Maybe. All right. Hey, so welcome everybody. This is Justin Left, the professor of real estate. And holy cow, it took us 5 minutes just to get ourselves ready to go. I'm so kidding. They were ready to fire up before I even started. So we are here today to kind of give you all the back end perspective of really how we think as real estate agents, as tech people, as speakers, what we're doing on a daily basis to see where things are heading and how things are going. And that's what we're doing today. I just wanted to give you a back end, and really, it might be scary to be honest with you folks, kind of how we think inside our heads on how tech is going and those conversations that we have, not only with ourselves, but with the folks around us. So with that, let me ask you, where are you guys seeing the tech today? I'll start with Marki because I know we were talking about that early on. So Marki, where are you seeing real estate needs, specifically about the tech ends, what we need to be aware of from an agent perspective?
What's going on, world? Glad to be here this afternoon. And I want y'all to know we stay ready according to JMan. So since we stay ready, oh, Lord. Oh, this is afternoon
I
of
feel like this
excitement,
is
guys.
good morning
Oh,
real estate.
fate.
That's what that's the.
So where do I think, well, one, I think we're still very heavy on video content and repurposing that content. When you start thinking about tools like Restream that Carrie uses quite a bit, but here's what I'm realizing. We're able, especially those who were earlier adapters of social media and technology, we come up with ideas and implement in 24 to 48 hours because we've become familiar with the tech. So I think that we're going to see a lot of new tools emerging. But the one thing that I would encourage all real estate professionals to do, stop stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. Some of these tools are not relevant. They don't go back to your core business plan. It doesn't go back to who you're trying to connect with. So I encourage people to look at that before they dive into any new tools. And I still need realtors to embrace video. It isn't going anywhere. And those who have implemented have seen substantially more market share. Their increase in market share, the rate at which they increase that market share, they're seeing substantial growth. So concentrate on videos, concentrate on repurposing the content, but then don't just buy any and everything. Always come back to your broker, see what tools they're already providing you with, and then also think about your local association, state association, and national association of realtors. But everything should follow your business plan. So if you don't have a business plan, you're starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, I would agree. Any other, Carrie, JMan, any ad libs or ad additions to that?
I'm going to say this. I'm in agreement with Marky. Take advantage of the tools that you use every single day. So a lot of times this is what I always tell agents, especially new agents. I was having a conversation with one of the local associations because I'm in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 K businesses small business program. And a part of my growth project is research. So I'm doing research to figure out how many new real estate agents are coming into the marketplace. And we, in one of our local associations, it's 225 a month.
Oh, wow.
And whenever I speak to new real estate agents, I say to them, if you don't know where the inventory comes from, it's like owning your own Nordstrom and not knowing where they buy their clothes from. So if you haven't figured out how to master your multiple listing service, how to master your tax tools, how to master the tools from the local, the state, and the National Association of Realtors, you are spending money you don't need to spend. And I'm telling you, because today, people are emailing me constantly, texting me, Carrie, do you need a lead? Do you need a lead? I'll sell you a lead. I'm like, no, I don't need a lead. And Justin, what I really want to send them back is, nope, my MLS gives it to me. But I'll bait them, and I'm like, so what? How much? What are you going to sell me? My zip code? Okay, great. Now, how many leads have you scrubbed them? Because I have data tools that tell me, as of today, in Chicago, single family, residential, off the market, detached. There were so many in Chicago with a high sales score, I couldn't get the data. But when I dug a little bit deeper, there are 1,569 properties in the city of Chicago with a high sales score and no mortgage, and they're not listed. And if I go a little bit further, 15 plus years in the home, there's 418. So when somebody says, Carrie, do you need a lead? I'm like, give me a minute. Because I'm just going to create my own marketing piece, and I'm just going to go to my own subdivision.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know, here's okay. I'm next. Because I can't wait because you know I see Carrie like you start talking about video. I'm like this. I'm like, put me in, coach, put me in. But then Carrie her data, and she was like, hold up, I got the stacks of data right over here, stacks on stacks on stacks, make me stack. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm all with it. I think the future is the past, the present, and the future will be video. Video is only going to be a bigger percentage of everything that we do. If you got kids that are under the age of 15, they're on YouTube all the time. That's going to become mainstream. It's going to be how we consume all of our information in the future. And then data, using data and predictive analytics to be smarter about how you're prospecting rather than going after the whole world. Why the hell would I do that when I got data? I'm going to hit Carrie up and go, what's that high sell score, girl? She's going to go talk to these people. Boom. We got them. We got them. And then hold up, little secret sauce coming from the JMan over here. Messenger bot marketing on demand resources that the consumer wants, right? Today's modern consumer wants you to predict what they're going to ask and have it ready for them on a platter. That's what messenger bots do, right? I was going to ask about how I could buy a home with low down payment or this or that, or Marki's son, Skylar. He's got a program working with people on how to pay off their student debt. What? That's it. I'm going to drop this and walk out. You guys.
Where the houses reside. I couldn't say what I wanted to say.
Get it.
Look, just listen, straight up, just stay positive.
Just stay positive? That was the best you could do?
That's all I got.
Just stay positive? Oh, Lord. Oh, wait, Carrie, lift that back up. Look, we got some fabulous people learning how to pivot in today's marketplace. That's straight up out of our private membership group member. Actually, she's not even in real estate. That's the beauty of what we teach. She is in the promotional products industry, but joined a real estate group because we're always talking about technology and how to pivot with small to medium companies. And what I've realized is that as a real estate professional, our mindset and our industry mimics other industries, that they can learn a lot about their businesses. As I tell people, we use real estate case studies, but what we teach applies to any industry. Let's go back to the data, Justin, that you and Carrie teach, right? A lot of that is statistics, right? What I thought was the dumbest class in the world in my early 20s. But when you're 50 and you live on the south side of the city of Chicago in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of zero temperature, right? You want to know the probability that if I get up, if I wash my face and brush my teeth, if I put on my long johns and I go out and I warm my car up, oh, better yet, dig my car out to warm my car up, what is the likelihood of this person closing on a real estate transaction? Because guess what? We got options. I don't have to brush my teeth. I don't have to dig my car out. I don't have to sit in a cold car. Or some people have remote starters, right?
Did you at least put on a good bra?
Marki, stay good bra ready, okay? Stay good bra ready. Let me just show you what I'm working with, okay? Stay good bra ready. I understand some people, bra sales are down substantially. Some of y'all need to go back on in there and put on you a good brazier, as my grandmother would have said, baby. We're not going to do that. I'm not doing no parts of it, just so that you know.
And listen, it wasn't us that said it. It was Brian Buffini. So
Brian Buffini said it. Blame it on Brian.
I feel like Justin right now feels like a zookeeper that let the animals out. He's like, oh, shoot. How do I get him back in the cage? Uh-oh.
I'm taking notes. Who you kidding?
Look, real estate data gone wild.
But you know what? I tell you what, I think it's a good point though, right? Because this is how we're all sitting, right? We're talking how everybody else is feeling. We are right now in that moment in life where we're all ready to bust out the doors, right? We have been stuck inside way too long. So I get this. I think this energy is perfect because that's what we're all feeling anyways. We're like, let's just go. Let's go do something. Let's go get it out. Let's go let's go do something. But going back to what Marki and Carrie and JMan have been saying, we've got to be tactical, right? We've got to be able to know what we're doing, and we've got to be systematic. One of the things that I feel is really important, the things that I teach most people when I'm talking about this stuff, is I am tired of people telling me that we need to be the person when they're ready to buy that we're thinking of them. I already say that's too late. We need to be ahead of the game. We have to be before they're thinking about real estate. We need to be their thought because of real estate, right? That's what we need to be. So how are we as a group, how are you guys doing it today? How are you being that go-to resource before they even know they need to be that person?
Who wants to take that?
You know, because Marki, listen, I'm going to go first because when Marki goes, it's over. Because Marki, when she gets her ideas, I'm the one that gets the phone call on a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Okay, Carrie, I'm like, do I need to get Evernote out? No. And I'm like, yes, I need to get Evernote out. So
no, take Otter, start recording the conversations.
Well, I could, but yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Yeah, okay, Justin, let me write that down. Record conversation with Marki in the morning. So, see, now I digress. So, how do we stay top of mind? I'll tell you, it just goes back to what JMan said, video, and for me, it's been Clubhouse. So I was asked to be on Clubhouse, and some people are like, "What is Clubhouse?" Clubhouse is the new app that allows you to have, it's like your own broadcast and it's only audio. And I was asked to join Clubhouse and I was like, not another thing. What are you looking for me to buy? I got all these text messages. I'm like, I can't do another thing. And so eventually I talked to one of the agents in the office and Shana was like, Carrie, you got to get on because there's all these people. They're in rooms, they're collaborating, you get to actually talk to people you would have never been able to talk to. And so what it's done for me, it has put me in the forefront to the point where now, Marki, I'm getting emails for people to interview me on Clubhouse. So it's kind of cool. So I have agents that have connected with me all over the United States, and now they're finding me on Instagram. Carrie, I found you on Clubhouse, and I'm now following you on Instagram. I have a question, and it's typically someone from like Virginia. It's been New Jersey. All because of one new social media platform. And the cool thing is you really don't have to get up, get dressed, and brush your teeth because no one can see you. I have grown my Instagram account by 1,000 new followers because of Clubhouse. And yes, you do need an iPhone or an iPad to join Clubhouse. But here's some good news because the founders on Sunday said, in about 2 months, Droid, here we come.
Finally.
2 months. That's a long time.
It is. They're working on it, but now they're in, and now they have a creative platform. They're launching some new opportunities. So for those of us that have a show, Good Morning Real Estate, we can now have our own show on Clubhouse, and they'll push it if it's a good show.
Holler.
I'm not saying that I didn't apply.
I know 3 shows right now.
Right, there you go. We got the Justin show, the E Professor show. We've got the 6 and 12 show. We got the Bot show. We've got the Coffee with Carrie show. And we've got Good Morning Real Estate.
And the other day, Carrie and I tested 4 people on Instagram Live where they stated now you can leverage it to record your podcast.
Hold up. That's weird because I'm gonna call my cell phone provider and ask them why that call didn't come in. Like, I swear I even asked you.
We did. Let me say this. We must have sent it to the wrong person in New York, right? Because we did have a New Yorker on. I just need you to know that. And then Carrie's twin joined in. We didn't invite.
Oh, hold on.
Wait a minute. It was Joe.
Sonona.
Yes.
Joe Sonona. I saw.
Jay, once you finish your event today, we're gonna come and meet you. Because clearly I need to talk to your cell phone provider because something must not be working right.
Something's not right. Something is not right.
So but we need to think about that. Oh, JMan didn't have his chance to speak because I rudely interrupted. I got excited. I'm sorry.
All my life, grinding all my life.
All right. So staying top of mind. I'm gonna get on Clubhouse. Eventually, I might be on the 4-peat over here with the ladies. You know, they picked another New York. I thought you only knew one person in New York.
You introduced us to Joe, so
No,
don't
all
even.
good. All good. No. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. That's all good. But anyways, you know, staying top of mind, it's trying to predict what the trends are. And I think that's what's one thing when you look at us, all of us together, is like we're not afraid to go out on a ledge and try something new, right? Where it's like, damn, this might be something. I don't know. Let's go. We're literally like walking the plank and like, well, I'm about to jump. I'm gonna figure out how to fly on the way down. We talk about that all the time when Reels came out, Clubhouse came out, all these different things. Pandemic hit. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna have to do a lot of virtual stuff, right? And seeing how I can do this. And now, just today, I had at the AEI conference, I was teaching all of the AEs throughout the land how to hold better virtual events. When prior to the pandemic, I had been on a Zoom 2 times in my entire life.
Wow.
So it's like I took it upon myself to learn new things. And if you're going to learn something new, don't do it to be average. Do it to be the very best. Like if I'm going to do something virtual, I'm going to be the best damn virtual presenter that ever walked the land. That's the goal when you do something. Not just, oh, you know what? I think I might do some virtual stuff. I'm going to shoot to be subpar today. Maybe average, you know, like what the hell? Just, yo, man.
Clearly, JMan's parents fed him a lot of affirmations and mindset as a kid growing up. Because, baby, there is no shortage of self-esteem in that young man right there. Come through, JMan. Come through.
That's right. Well, no, and here's the thing. My dad always told me I could do anything I want in life. There wasn't a lot of affirmations, but he said, if you want to be, you know, if you want to sell hot dogs, because we talked about that in the past, you know, whatever you're going to do, be the very best at it, because there's millionaires in every single industry in the planet, right? There's somebody who does tooling and machining, which is what I actually went to school for, tooling and machining, and they want, right? And I said, man, if I do this, I'm going to have to own the place because this sucks being the guy on the floor. That's what I said to myself. I'm like, how can I, okay, buy this machine and figure that out. Just predict the trends. Don't be afraid to do new things. Because if we're doing it here in the United States, usually somebody in the UK or somewhere else has some YouTube tutorials already done for us on how we can be better at it.
JMan, you just made an interesting point, because I teach a certain thing, and I've wondered when we hit that threshold. We've all been teaching video for 4 years. Do video. We've been teaching that forever.
Well,
and I have told people that right now, although I'm wavering on this lately, that it's okay to fail in video, right? It's, you know, learn and take those steps forward. But I always tell them there's a threshold where you can no longer fail, right? There's going to be a point in time where they expect the JMan backgrounds on the scene. They're going to expect the quality stuff that exists out there. Are we there yet? I mean, I think so. I'm stammering on saying that you know, I don't want people to be scared off from doing video, but just to do it okay, as JMan just said, is probably not good enough anymore.
Nope.
Well, here's what I think you have to have. You have to be consistent, and you have to have content. I definitely know that I get away with not having the greatest visual, you know, like the highest camera, but I'm consistent. And here's the thing. Most people do not know how to be consistent. I know that sounds real simplistic, but this is not a one-hit wonder. And I was looking at someone's video the other day out of DC. He had 100,000 views on a Reels. Most people would get that 100,000 views and that's it, because they believe that this is a one-hit wonder. We get great engagement. And once we get that great engagement, the question is, how do we improve, right? How do we do this better? What do we need? Do we need to pivot the camera? So we're coming back for consistency. And to me, in the world of video, nothing tops consistency and content. Or think about this, one thing you can't buy and what you can't teach, the ability to be vulnerable. Like, we're all vulnerable, right? You can't teach that. Like, you really got to have a heart. You got to develop, I don't give a damn attitude, to be quite honest with you. To be vulnerable, right? We've all had failures. We embrace our failures, okay? And they won't be consistent. They think it's all about them, and they won't be vulnerable. And that's nothing you can teach in a class. Like, you could try to teach that concept, That's mindset. Back to JMan,
Mhm.
right? Mindset. Those affirmations. It's about consistency. Because I know that I've put out some video that the quality was not great, but the results were freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah, you always say if they can't hear you, then they're out.
Oh, audio is but look at how many ways we can repurpose the audio.
Yes.
Right? The podcast. How many platforms can you be on? The audiograms, the Alexa flash briefings, the audio to text transcription. So now we got emails. We also have emails. We have blog posts. We have captions for all of our posts. So regardless to how you look, if you capture great audio, and I'm all about the better audio because I need to be able to repurpose that content into multiple forms of content. And I'm gonna say one more thing. Everybody also thinks in that one hit wonder that everyone has saw that one post. No more than 10% of your audience ever sees any one post because of the algorithm. We need to start thinking about every time we create one piece of content, how to repurpose or reshare that content a minimum of 10 different ways so that it can hit people, one, in their preferred or learned learning style, whether that's audio, visual, or reading, and then on the platform that they desire to hang out on.
And you made a good point, Marki. And I'll go back to Justin's statement about having great video. I'm going to say this. I started editing television back in the 90s. So I had a leg up on the editing part. But if we're telling you to do video, you need to try. And if it does come out awful, the cool thing is you can archive it, you can hide it, but you got to start somewhere. And Marki's right. So I've been doing reels all day today. So I did 3 reels today to talk about that same data, because now I've got Rochester, New York on here, by the way. Yes, JMan, I'm coming to your neighborhood.
Oh, wait, you know somebody in Rochester, New York?
I might, and I might know where all the high sell score properties are. I'm just saying. My point in all of this is I took that same video and I put it on the Twitter story. I went to LinkedIn, but they only wanted 20 seconds, so LinkedIn lost. I put it on my Facebook story. I put it on Facebook groups. I put it on a Facebook page story. I put it in the feed on a Facebook group. And and the cool thing is because it was my own voice, I uploaded it directly to TikTok.
Multiple platforms, all highly visual, right? With a different audience almost on every last one of those platforms.
Yeah,
and I am not known on TikTok, but after my Goldman Sachs cohort and an attorney saying she did it once or twice, and her company made over $265,000. Let me say that again. $265,000 because she tried TikTok. And it wasn't from the platform, it was people were calling her. And if you looked at her feed, you'd go, no way. Because every post, she still hasn't figured it out. Every text, her face is covered. But who cares? Her staff was pissed at her. She said they never swear, but they cussed her out basically because they couldn't take a lunch for a few days. All because they tried something.
I interviewed a young lady today by the name of Candace Spears, and it was all about mindset and entrepreneurship. Yeah. And she wrote a book talking about bring your crayons to work, right? We often come into the world of real estate and it's to duplicate something that we've seen somebody else do. We have to become originators, right? In order to be a thought leader in the shortest period of time, you need to think like blue ocean strategy and you need to come up with something new. Like JMan, think about meeting JMan. How many years ago did we meet him, Carrie, at Rapid?
8.
And what was the PowerPoint presentation skill that you taught us? It wasn't PowerPoint. What's your preferred?
Prezi.
Okay. So we sitting in this Prezi class. My mind is hurting, right? But JMan has always had the ability to do something different, something that the people who have been around longer are not going to be willing to take the chance, which is how he's been successful in pivoting his business in the past 12 months. There are people we have not seen in real estate education since before March the 13th, 2020. Think about that. Because of their inability to do something different. My competition has narrowed. I don't have new competition. The competition is fewer people because of their inability to try some of these things new. And the more you try, right, the stronger your foundation is to build other new items upon.
There's truth to, if you were to take that concept to the new Michael Jordan gym shoe coming out, or the new iPhone, or the new Droid phone, there are some people that will stand in line to get the next new shiny thing. They're the ones that get it first, and then they're the ones, in this case, they resell it or they get to test it first. That's the same thing in our industry. If we're the people that wait, you get left behind. And I'll tell you, back in 2006 or 7, the office admin at the company I was with, she was like, Carrie, you need to try Facebook. And I was like, I don't need to try Facebook. I'm already on MySpace because my kid is on MySpace, and I just need to be there to make sure he doesn't condemn himself and I get a phone call from the high school. She was like, no. Let me tell you why. And I'm so glad that I listened to this 20-year-old. Because of it, I was able to grow with Facebook. And there are some people coming to the industry and they're trying to figure out how to figure it out. Now, can it be done? Yes, it can be done, but you still have to start. Even if you don't have a lot of followers, we have an agent in our office that has figured out the algorithm for Reels, to the point where she's grown 1,000 followers in days because she figured it out. Sometimes you just gotta test, you gotta try. And the one cool thing about what Marki said was that what we
I was coming to him. He ran.
He was like, I'm out. She just took over. See, now I lost my train of thought.
Don't lose your train of thought. We knew
really
we had another presentation.
We knew we had to exit. I'll tell you, you have to get out here. You have to try. You have to test. You will mess up. And I'll talk about Ethel, another agent in our office. She came back to the business from the 90s, not tech savvy. And she was like, okay, Carrie, I'm going to do the videos. And she already knows the business. And the hardest thing for us to do is to get what's here and to put it into content and then to put it out there to the masses. You just have to do it.
Yeah. And let me say this. I'm stuck between two different age groups. I have some senior professionals, and they are seniors and they're senior professionals, right? Seasoned senior professionals who are embracing Instagram Reels and TikTok. But then I have 5 new agents all under the age of 25. Okay. And when I tell you, they got my mind going, because I was joking with JMan, but my son called him for his bot. And Skylar kind of regurgitated. I said, I think I might have mentioned that to you. But he needed to say it the way he wanted to say it, right? So I see how he's going to be able to merge being born and raised essentially in the world of real estate. He wasn't born in this industry. He was 3 years old when I came into this industry, but he's been here over 20 years, right? And so I can see how his mind is spinning, right, on what he wants to implement. And I'm noticing that 25-year-old and younger group, oh, I love them. Like, I love them because they haven't been tainted. Mm-hmm. This is really their first career. And they're taking a hold of things substantially faster without second guessing themselves. I also see how if they had just a little bit of coaching, they can dominate market share.
Hey, this is what I heard. I heard the bionic man. They'll be better, stronger, and faster.
Well, and you guys are right. I mean, here's the thing I think is interesting. Marki and Carrie said is going to come to JMan here in a second. I think one of the things that's very interesting, you guys both of you are saying is, I am listening to the people that are challenging status quo, right? When you are listening to people saying, no, let's try something different. You're not going, no, no, that can't work, which half the industry or more is saying to you every day, no, that won't work. No, that won't work. No, that won't work. You're going, okay, they're challenging that. What's to that? Why are they doing it? I mean, you're asking those questions. You have open ears. So going to, again, we started at the very beginning, Marki and Marki's kid and JMan were talking earlier about bots. And, I think that's an interesting conversation because bots have gotten so much stronger lately, right? I know early on, and I still feel like I'm pretty smart. I can pick out a bot when I'm getting one, but I'm going to tell you, it's not the first statement. It's usually about halfway through. I'm going, okay, I just got botted, right? It's getting much better. So, JMan, going along what they're saying about how we're listening to school, I know you guys, you're a fan of bots. At least I'm pretty sure you are. Are you implementing those, and how are you going after them, and why are you seeing value in them?
So yeah, I have a product. It's called Sir Bot a Lot. Kick them nasty bots. JMan got bots. Hold on, sorry. I have to start breaking to mix it up. It's Sir Bot a Lot, and we have real estate bots that are built out for realtors. We actually have a board bot, which is what I introduced to the AEs at the AE conference today. And then I also have a mortgage bot that we've created, because all a bot is it's a predicted conversation with a personal touch. Right? If I told you right now, a seller's going to call you, you say, oh, how long have you been in the house? How much is that mortgage? What's the credit line? What improvements have you made? My bot does all that already. And then until they're all done and they want their home equity estimate, right? I should trademark that. Home equity estimate on that house. It's what they want. We're giving the people what they want, especially the today's modern consumer doesn't want to hop on the phone, doesn't want to walk into an office. I can remember when I first started in real estate in 2005, we had opportunity time, right? Which meant you just keep your ass in the office and wait for somebody to walk through the front door. That's not going to happen anymore, especially with, COVID and post-COVID. But bots, it predicts that conversation. It helps build rapport for you, because we know the statistics, if we ask Carrie, would tell you that today's modern consumer is looking 2 to 24 months. They're doing their research prior to ever selecting a realtor to work with. And if we can be found, and that's called the 0 moment of truth, if we can be found during that 0 moment of truth, during that information gathering stage, then they're just going to pick us as their realtor. It's not a closing process. It's just, man, this guy's giving me value after value after value. That's what the bots do. They go, okay, here's something you want to know about. First-time home buyers. Here's how you get your home ready for sale. And every time it's like, here you go, and I walk away. It's like a takeaway close, right? I walk away, I go, here's something else that you value, and I walk away. Well, wait. No, you need something, just let me know, and I walk away, right? Think about every girl or guy you ever chased after in your whole life was the one who tried to walk away from you.
I chased somebody. Wait a minute. Listen, right? Don't even let Marki talk. Marki got chased.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Look, 50 and still getting chased. Okay, I got secrets on this thing. So yeah, still getting chased.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so just the bots. In closing, I'll just say this. I try to pick something when I ask other people to go, damn, that's hard. Or, yeah, I tried that, but it was, that's what I do. That's why I picked Prezi. That's why I use Ecamm Live for my virtual stuff. That's all these things had a learning curve that was like this. Bots the same way, because now if I can master it, people want to work with people who are an expert at something. And if it's hard for other people to figure out, don't get frustrated. Just say, okay, this is the thing. I'm going to do this better than anybody else. Now they have to pick you because nobody else is good at it.
Well, and that's huge, right? I mean, again, we're talking tech, but I think there's a huge word that you just said there. Become the expert in something. Something. Pick it.
Pick one thing. And if you're like, if it's going to be Facebook, if it's going to be LinkedIn, you got to go figure out when they hang out on LinkedIn or Facebook. And Marki said, be consistent. We are not consistent. And sometimes I watch and I see agents, they disappear because, now that my office is kind of at home, one day I'm going to have my monitor on the screen so I can watch Hootsuite all day to figure out what people are doing. Because I'm looking at Instagram and I'm like, yeah, they disappeared. Or I no longer see their posts because they're not consistent, because the algorithm says they're not engaging. And so you disappear. So Marki can relate. Maybe JMan, maybe Justin, but there used to be a thing that we used to say called holding up the wall. We'd go to a party and the people that would be standing on the wall, they never danced with someone. They never got a phone number. Maybe back then they never got the home phone numbers because they didn't engage. So if you don't hang out, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you hang out on social media and you're just the watcher, right? You're holding up the wall. Is that a thing? We holding up the Facebook wall? You aren't going to get You won't build relationships, you won't get engagement, and you won't generate new leads. And if you don't build the bot, because now I have 2 bots I need JMan to build, then he can go sell them. If you're not engaging and you're not doing any of this, you're holding up the wall.
One, we do need JMan to build a bot. Okay, that'll be first and foremost.
Actually, I got 3 now that you said that.
Here's the next thing. Clearly, I was not the person holding up the wall ever in Facebook or in real life. Because look, me and JMan, we have TikTok videos, right? In a whole nother city, in Vegas, right? At a conference, getting it in. But
wait, let me say this. It's always a risk if you want to do some kind of dance stuff related with Marki, because then her girlfriends will hop on. Yeah, that dude was all right, but he wasn't ready for like I don't care. The fact is that you're talking about that I wasn't ready, so I'm good. I'm good to go. That was funny.
Yeah, we need about 5 dances that we all need to practice. So we're all in the same city. We can break out on TikTok.
If you give me time to practice, I'm all for it. But man, I am the whitest of white men. I have no rhythm.
We'll get you off. We'll find some easy ones. Don't worry, because I was trying to teach Mark one.
Carlton is about the only one I got mastered.
You got that.
You got the Carlton mastered. Oh my God.
I gotta have a couple encouraging drinks ahead of time, but I can get that one out.
Oh
you
Lord.
just need a little. You need a.
I need that little muscle relaxer.
Be San Diego NAR 2021.
Oh, who's planning on going? I'm going. I don't care if don't nobody else go. I have to get out the house.
Am I the only one going to President's Circle?
No, you, Sarah Ware, Nakia Pippion McGriff. They'll meet you down there.
You're not going, Marki? You didn't sneak in?
Nope, I'm not sneaking in. You guys will see me back on the circuit starting in June. I needed, I am a COVID survivor. So is my husband. I needed that vaccine to go on and kick in so that I'll feel more comfortable hitting the road. But yeah, come June, I'm back out here.
Well, we'll do some karaoke. I got the mic, and then we'll just figure out what the group dance is going to be. To the hip hop, you don't stop the rocket to the bang.
Bang bang boogie set up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
I'll just be the background dancer. I'm good to go. Exactly. I'll do that all day long. I'm good.
Oh my God.
I'm good.
Taking over your podcast.
I even got the jumpsuit on right now to match, so I'm ready to go.
I was looking forward to hanging out with you guys this afternoon. Today was kind of a rough day. I got a thank you card back that I actually wrote to someone 1/2/2002, and just to see the growth over time. Well, one, the fact that the person saved the note, right? They sent it back to me at an appropriate time to just let me know who I was today, right? And the growth. And sometimes growth, you don't even know you're growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the intentions, you want to be better. But when someone acknowledges that and sends you back a copy, and they didn't send it back, they actually had my uncle drop it off to me. So here's the note, and it is from January of 2002. So I'm just so grateful, because the day has been emotional, just seeing all that has transpired in that almost 20 years. Man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But then guess what? To realize I've been writing handwritten notes for a long time.
Well, you know what? And that I'll tell you what. So let me ask you this. I have been telling a lot of people this year, which I think is a great point. Tech trends are huge. And there's no doubt about it, right? We all talk about how the power of being in the tech and doing that stuff. And all four of us in this room, we're obviously tech savvy, tech strong, right? We are that. But is anybody else seeing a back to basics boom?
Oh, yeah. Carrie, go. Hold on. Just sit still. Be comfortable for a hot second here. Do I see a back to basics boom? Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna bust out some signage.
Oh, no. We're not busting out signage.
Sorry, JMan, I set them up. I didn't.
These are the cards that I've received so far just this year, right? This is last year's cards that people sent me. I take them and I put them in a Christian planner. Look how this thing is jam packed with people who took the time to write a note, sign it, say something, and send it to me. And that goes to say a lot. Carrie was going to pull out her direct mail. So, Carrie, show them your direct mail. You mailed it.
I showed it to you this morning. I mean, or earlier, and I am all for you. See, Marki's already got her stuff. I have a kid that needs to do mine, but what I know is based on Pew Research. We don't hide where we get the data from. We just go get it. Based on Pew Research, anyone under the age of now, well, the internet is now 31 years old.
Yeah.
If you are over the age of 50, you are on social media, but you're not using it the way the next generation is. So we still need a shift. And what I realized because of COVID, people like the handwritten notes. You get out of the house. Ooh, I can go to the mailbox. I can get my mail, and we're opening it. We're taking time to read it. So if you really want to build a business, getting back to the basics, but adding the QR code. I'm sure JMan has one he could pop up on the screen. Getting back to bringing in the new tech with traditional marketing is a game changer, because I can now, if someone calls me and says, hey, Carrie, I want to buy a house, I can send, right there you go. I can send them the link to my YouTube channel that says, here's the steps to buying a house. If you're a new real estate agent, I can send you the link. So you got your license. Now what? I can actually get more views there, and then by the time you get to me, you already know me.
What's funny, because Katie Land's picture is here. This is something that Katie Land sent me in the mail, right? So Katie Land's high tech is sending out direct mail pieces. Barbara Betts, 2 of the best customized cards I got last year from Barbara Betts, right? Sent them in the mail. Now, this is from Matt DeFanis, past president, Illinois Realtors. Now, it wasn't the fact he sent the card. Do you see this penmanship? Like, this is a real freaking handwritten note. So when you got Matt DeFanis, Barbara Betts, Katie Lance, people who are high tech, and they're sending out direct mail pieces, that should, not even direct mail, handwritten notes, that should tell you something about its power. I have people who tag me because I mail out books. Not only do I mail out books, right? I mail out my own custom stickers. But everything that I mail to people, I want them to use it without my name being all over it, right? Something that they could just use in their business for people to have conversation with them. So I send everybody the world's greatest real estate marketer. It don't say Marki Lemons on it, so that people will think that they are the world's greatest marketer. So, yep, I mail because I was social before social media.
Oh, yes, because I was telling Marki this weekend I did a photo shoot and we were outside, and when we were walking. So my husband and the photographer had me walking and doing oh gosh, I feel bad. What was the challenge? The walk challenge. And I was telling Marki how I was so embarrassed. Yeah. And Marki was like, I would have just ate that up.
Hop off in a couple minutes.
No, go for it. Say it.
I'm good.
Say it, JMan.
Hey, I'm look, I am muzzled. Sure.
No.
So, I mean, we started this conversation by doing bots. Now we're back to letters. I mean, how does that work for you? Are you reaching out? I mean, I know you are, but how are you reaching out other than the tech side of the world?
I would like to say that I write a lot of personal notes, but that answer would be incorrect. In my mind, I would like to, but here's where my online goes offline. When we can be in person again, I am one of the best in-person networkers that you will see, because I take the social media connections that I have and I'm strategic about, man, I was super busy at, I think that was the RE/MAX conference where Marki was, but I sought her out because she's my people. And I'm like, Marki, yo, I know you're busy too. You got to do presentations. Let's just get quick 10 minutes. Let's hop outside and do a TikTok. And, one of her people held. So like, I make sure I'm not the guy that says, when you come to town, look me up and then not answer my phone, right? Carrie came to Rochester. I took her around Rochester. We see she got Mark's the bouncer in the back there. What's up, homie?
Hey, JMan. Hey, I'm gonna need that hat, Marki.
Oh, I got you. Here, I got you. You got to come on to Chicago and get it. Make a ride as soon as you finish up.
No, you have to strap up the ride. I need can't you mail it to me overnight?
No. We're going to have to meet somewhere. Safe.
Okay.
So Mark needs to take me on one of those rides and one of the cars that you keep putting out there. So.
Right, that Bentley that's going that I'm sure is hidden. We'll talk about that another day. Go ahead, JMan.
So
that's it. I'm done. Offline,
I think the thing that everyone said here, and JMan started saying it right off the bat here, right? It's zero moment of truth, and that's what everyone is doing, and we're doing it so many different ways. And that's the thing to realize is that when we're doing this stuff, we're doing it intentionally, unintentionally, to be front of mind, top of mind, right? Everything that we have done is going to keep everybody there in those conversations. You're not going to forget Matt DeFanis for sending that card, but you're going to completely remember him for the essay he wrote in the card, right? It's going to be one of those things. And those are the small things I think people forget. And they can be done so many different ways, through the videos, through the bots, through those conversations, through all these tools to pick that out there. I know you're getting close, JMan, to being time to go, right?
Yeah, I'm just a virtual MC for about 300 people at
yeah, no big deal.
No
big deal. No big deal.
But the last example I'll give is when Marki was at Celebration, she came into the speaker ready room, and I'm telling you, like, when you speak somewhere, you're like, we're on, and then when you go to speaker ready room, you like melt into a pile of nothing. You're like, and then Marki came in like, Jay, you want to do video? Let's go! Let's go! It's like you just flip the switch because that's what you do. Right?
Because we had an event to do up in Minnesota together, right? And so then I didn't realize when we get to Minnesota, there's 2 different terminals, right? So, oh, wait, this is camaraderie, right? So my boy David Knox sends a car for me to come record in his studio. I kidnap JMan. We go to David Knox's studio. We record. I then kidnap him again, and we go hang out at a whole different franchise affiliations office and get some little snacks. And then we go to our hotel room. And I know I felt sorry for JMan. I know he like, is this what you do really on every trip?
That's the difference. That's like the offline social networking where like people can see that we are consistent and we're authentic because we're the same people online as we are offline. Yeah. 1000%. There's some people that you see them online and then you see them in person. You're like, oh, that's a persona. That's not really you, and it's almost like when you see behind the curtain of The Wizard, you're like, oh, damn, it ruins it.
She is. That's Marki.
Well,
jacked up.
Yeah, it's authentic, right? I mean, that's who it is. Because when you're getting hired and when you're being seen and when people want to use you, they want to use you, not as JMan said, the persona, right? They're not what they're looking for. And you're going to lose trust almost as fast. And the worst thing about it is, and we saw this early on in social media, when people were hiring to be something and they didn't divulge that, it lost credibility in waves. It was a rocket throughout the social media world that was killed. So something's got to be careful about. All right, so with this being done, we're already talked forever, and it's awesome. And we could do this again. Probably have to do it again, probably 4 or 5 more times just to catch all the material up.
But repurpose a lot of content here.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. So let me ask this. For each one of you, let's do it this way. We've got a few things. I'll start with JMan on this one. Let's sit there and say, what is the top tool people should be paying attention to today?
Messenger bots.
I would agree. I would agree.
I'm going to go Facebook creator.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Carrie, the pressure's on.
Man, the pressure is on. I'm going to say Clubhouse and redirect to the social media channel where you need growth.
That was good advice, y'all. Good advice.
I'm going to tell people the real simple thing. Start looking to hire a virtual assistant, a real estate virtual assistant. The honest answer is, folks, I'm telling you that right now. I don't know if I just gave a secret away because I saw some smiles going on that I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of virtual assistants out there that don't know real estate. And we as realtors need to be able to focus on what we need to focus on and not doing everything that we literally just got telling you done to worry about. And it's a problem for us.
Those were me and Carrie's, I believe, our last 2 hires.
Yeah.
So I just hired a virtual assistant. I think Carrie just hired a virtual assistant. And so those were the last 2 hires.
And a real person that's here helping me right now. So
that was my live stream 2 weeks ago. Ask the Experts Anything was how to hire a virtual assistant. You can find it on youtube.com/JManSpeaks. Holler at your boy.
Perfect setup. Plug time. That's a perfect time. So let's plug away, folks. Let's plug away. So JMan, because I know you're the time crunch of all time crunch. Plug away. Say how people need to find you, what they need to know about you. Besides that, you are just amazing. So
solo.to/JMan speaks.
Nice.
I'm going to say join me every Friday on Instagram for Coffee with Carrie Live. And if you go to my Instagram and you go to my link tree, I have a free download for you today. And I'll let Marki talk about the more exciting one.
Well, today they can reach us at Operation I've Got Houses for Sale, where we're changing mindset and realize that there is no shortage of inventory. There is a shortage of listed properties. So I want to change your mind on how to go get you some properties to sell. But you can find me on markilemons.com. If you spell my name correctly, you will find me all over the internet. MarkiLemons.
Well, thanks everybody for being there. I appreciate your time. This was a lot of fun, a lot of energy. I feel like I should go run about a mile now. So thanks for everybody for doing this. And we are out. So